I go around universities and have challenging conversations, and because that's what is so important to our country, is to find our disagreements respectfully, because when people stop talking, that's when violence happens.
I've never seen someone do this.
Well, it's a growing trend because people like me are facing violence, assault, the left. Yes, the campus Antifa. I've been stormed out of restaurants. I've been assaulted publicly, multiple death threats. We record all of it so that we put on the internet so people can see these ideas collide. When people stop talking, that's when you get violence. That's when civil war happens.
Charlie Kirk was murdered, and as usual, it's as disgusting as you can imagine it to be. And I think more than anything, this is the most important thing you have to pay attention to. Do not let this go. They are rejoicing. They love it. They're joking about it. Today is a great day for them. And it's important to pay attention to this because their reaction, their response to this, it does reflect on their character. It does reflect on how they feel about you. And after hearing this horrific news, I got curious. What's the left's reaction going to be to this? So I decided to look at a couple of people, and I noticed a few things. One with Vaush. He was one of the first people I went to. And while listening to him on a car ride, I did not hear him once ever condemn it, ever call this out. Then we have Alec Gunter, who has to open up by telling his audience to not Fed post. Alec Gunter literally made this whole long post talking about how, oh, it's horrible what has happened. I don't condone it. This was a bad thing. And Charlie Kirk did not deserve to die this way. You disingenuous piece of Alec Gunter. You would constantly post about attacking Nazis, and then you label Charlie Kirk a Nazi. What right do you have in condemning any of this?
When you go to these college campuses, I love watching your TikTok, which is next level. And clearly that's expressed by my 13-year-old son.
I want to meet this guy.
Yeah, I actually...
He's coming to a Turning Point event this summer, Tampa, Florida, Student Action
Sure, why
Center.
not? Go ahead, Gavin. Surrender your son to the Nazis. That's a good idea.
No, should people punch Nazis? Should they? Should.
I think people should punch Nazis. If there's an
Then
out
why
and
don't you
open
say
Nazi,
people should punch Nick Fuentes?
brandishing the Nazi logo.
You just
or
called him a
saying
Nazi,
that
but
they're
you're
a
not
Nazi.
willing to say people should punch
them.
Oh, so you're just advocating for violence now? That's advocating for violence.
Nazis advocate for violence.
No, you're just... Nick
Can we
Fuentes
agree on
didn't
that, at
do
least?
anything.
Do Nazis
wait.
advocate for violence?
So you're fine with actively advocating for violence against people?
You're so, oh my goodness, oh.
You have no right to claim that this is horrible, given everything you've said. You can't do this moral grandstanding now when people actually get murdered. It's better for people like you to shut the fuck up. This is what we've been talking about for months, and you've been fighting me tooth and nail every step of the way. You can't go on your moral grandstanding bullshit now. You are the last person that should be talking about this. We haven't even looked at Vaush's fan base yet. They love that this is happening. To them, it's a good thing because they do endorse. They're not interested in having conversations. Instead, what they're going to do is wait on the sidelines and watch in glee as you're being shot at by maniacs. They want this because they hate you. And again, it's not about Charlie Kirk. It's about you. They hate you if you're right wing. They want this to happen to you. I've covered this in so many of my videos. Why do you think they're joking about constantly bothering you? These are not jokes at the end of the day for them. They want this to happen to you, which is why they're going to have one of two responses. Either they're going to openly celebrate, or B, they're going to just be silent about it. Or maybe they're going to pull an Alec Gunter where they're just going to say, I don't endorse violence because it would get me arrested. And if you're one of these leftists, by the way, you're celebrating or you're having a fun time about Charlie Kirk being murdered, you are removing any sympathy you are entitled to for when you are a... Just know that when something happens to you, nobody's going to be crying for you. Nobody's going to say anything about it because you didn't for us. You're actively pushing for a society that does not have conversations. If we cannot have conversations, this is what we get. People are going to murder each other. And chances are you could be one of those people. And you will be entitled to no sympathy by celebrating it. If you're celebrating it, you would have pulled the trigger. Not just on Charlie Kirk, but people on the right in general. Because what this is a sign of is that the left wants violence against you. Violence against you for what you believe. It's not just about Charlie Kirk at the end of the day. It's anybody on the right. And when I say these things, believe me, I'm giving you a real warning. I'm like a father having to watch over a retarded child, and I'm telling them, stop annoying the pit bull. The pit bull is going to eat you. I'm not happy with this child. This child annoys me, but I'm not looking forward to when the pit bull breaks out of its chain and rips the face right off the child. I'm telling you this because I don't want this to happen. But the left's always been like this. They've even been this way with Biden. When Biden got cancer, who was laughing and mocking him? I didn't hear anybody on the right do that. It was Hassan, though. There were tons of people on the left making fun of Biden for getting cancer, because to them, Biden is pretty right-wing. Have you not listened to these people? They say Biden, of all people, is right-wing. So why else do you think a moderate conservative like Charlie Kirk would be shot and killed? The people they call extreme are the same soft conservatives to say, well, I think a child becoming the opposite gender at age 6 is a little extreme, but I believe in people's freedom to transition whenever they want. They can do whatever they want as long as it doesn't affect other people. That's right-wing extremism to these people. That is fucking insane. They want to murder you. Wake up. And as for people on the right, if I were you, I'd do one of two things. Prepare or get ready to go. Because I don't know about you, but I don't want to be here when there's a conflict. I prefer to live in a society where we aren't each other for our beliefs. But also, when I made that post, I said that I disagreed with Charlie Kirk on many things, but he should have never been murdered. People were asking what my disagreements with him was about, and I'll briefly cover them. One of the main things that rubbed me the wrong way with him was it felt like he was being paid and he wasn't saying things he truly believed in. A lot of his opinions actually changed over the years, and what he defended and believed simply was whatever Trump was saying. Because Trump in 2016, for those who don't know, it changed from we're cutting down on the immigration, especially the illegal immigration, and we're going to protect your jobs, to we're okay with H-1B visas. And look, nobody's perfect. These are just the points I disagree with him on. But as a person, I did like him. He had my respect. Him being shot has made me and my family incredibly sad. But another point I did disagree with him on was the files. Everybody, including him, we were all demanding them. But when Trump said it was no longer important, he just gave it up. He said nobody should be talking about it anymore. And I think that for many people, that was the point they realized. We can't trust everything he says. And it also felt like he had to avoid some conversations with people about Israel. And as touchy as these topics are, I think we do have to understand and acknowledge, in order to become as successful as Charlie Kirk, to build such a big and successful organization like Turning Point, you are going to have people who sponsor you. And sometimes you can't talk about certain topics. You can't get that level of funding, support, financial backing without giving something in return. It was a price he had to pay. And that's how I think it probably was for Kirk. But that doesn't change what he did and what impact he had for the right. It was overwhelmingly positive. He went around to America, talked to people on the ground, had real conversations with people, posted that online for people to see, and that was incredibly impactful. I also saw the video of him getting shot. I gotta say, if you're on the internet at all, you've seen quite a bit of gore. But this one in particular, it was very horrible because the video, it doesn't seem that different from any other video Charlie Kirk would post. He's in his same seat, he's having the usual conversations, he's debating with people, and it's also someone you've seen and known for years, and then he just dies. It's as if you're talking to someone in your house, and all of a sudden they just explode. It's horrible. So that in itself made it extra horrific to me, and I think it impacts everybody on the right the same, even if we have our disagreements within the right. Nobody wanted this. Nobody's happy about this. I literally found out about this while driving home from work, and the moment I got into the door, I asked my mother, "Did you hear? Charlie Kirk was murdered." And she was incredibly sad. She said, "Oh no, he was my favorite," because she's extremely pro-life. All of us have just been negatively impacted and hurt by this. It's fucking horrible. And that's it for this video. It's not a fun video, but guess what? I don't think anybody's in a good mood right now. My next video I'm going to be releasing, it'll be a lot better, but yeah, I thought I should get this video out of the way first, especially since so many people were requesting this. But yep, that's my opinion on it. This is not going to be good.